outside or you arrive?
I'm not sure where Jay is.
And
I'll text him in just a moment.
Yeah. Is that the punch?
that's for the text.
Okay. Is everything online now?
It is online, but for some reason the camera. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There was a lot of pinning things going on, and it did something strange to the to the video.
Uh-huh. Can you hold him or don't know yet?
Jay,
Yeah.
I just let me call him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. For coming back afternoon session, I decided to give a oral transmission for the long-changing preliminary practice, and that we can do now, and then slowly we will have teachings, yeah. And then 3:30, then we will have Narakongsha practice, and we maybe offer some offerings to the shrine room. I thought you have the Kabbalahs.
I do have.
We will find out that, yeah. Okay. I forget to wear reading glasses again. Talande zoba chen ba long chen yin te mu den zhe wei ngan dong che zi de ba la tang ba ba den la me tu ju ge jie zoba da ba ne la ma chen la ma chen la ma chen la ma chen len ten jie zoba zhe ba wen ning wei jie bei ge sa ra ji ba ne jia ji chen chen la ma ya ma chen ge zhong mo mo zhe bu si la结我得见个罗张的这正当西行那些说先说他今年我一到郑州当车人拉当老他就上街马上现在不管他们空气里他为他拉mình giờ vòng bao chúng ta yêu về lên đảo mà lo đang là từ bên này rằng nhìn giờ vòng ở trong sông chỉ trong chỗ sông tận bên này trong thâu yên nhẹ tham bên sinh đang hiện giờ rằng ở tham gia rằng là trong bên này thâu kiến mong ở bên này bây giờ bọn này chỉ là phá ra nhiều đó sông vào này rồi lo na chỗ là chỗ sinh của人家人我们我都不业绩你是没多挣钱了嘛一些他的他谈同有嘛也拿今年他这边谈没呢但着当时那些就那些为我的上俺这人讲给对没些去咱们都给为他们就上生前咱这长大人把了什么没了他不是他都没用去没得了就很多那就行就把你们干嘛都老拿去了就行个人家能我们嘛都没业绩你是没多挣钱了嘛钱那得没留人钱人钱养路摊上了就过节也想他把这边的那么容易基本上对接行动头马着两个头的活动来路影响可能全用就在这就梦想长了就今天们可能到了去年跟他老百姓老那去了就经过人家那我们都跟你是没多挣钱了嘛就些情形特别多当然都是这个讲都会就做没给得了嘛咱们他老的嘛年轻他们这个话的这老人们都能吧到了就近跟他老百姓老那去了就像个人讲了个人们把人嘛同跟前去你是没多挣钱了嘛钱他那东我来接嘛是这整个所以我嘛就让我的别等这对的你们来我的等就是去送嘛我让我去年的这把的大举接把它送我人太阳马街弄的小他妈家我的就去这边法度有人拿几块钱的就那就了就经过人家南国人们把人马桶跟前接你是没到之前那么去给这个来接那么就是那七八年为几天你送那啥就是个啥人从这个路这了所谓小东都能把个我们家今晚东北温度不把个啥的钱给我出去人出跟那啥买是一千几看着东北都去下去中央阳面的时候有人常常要弄给特别农村的去过了见到他把那都话见没毛军没去过那东北阳这个东西那个各位 Some get up, don't you get never seen sugar, don't you? So, not about sugar, don't know, and get it, go to Tong, compare it, so the Jesus. Ronya dam chen dam chu tan chen ran me long na me nian ko ro wa do ju wa ju ko dang ka wa tao dang tao wa so da de ko ro xin ju ve nian zo le nam zhong ju ji kang li xin wei ju xian dong zhao bu gong ji wei zi la na xiu la ju xin gu ren jian lam gu ren men ba ren ma tong gu qin ji ni si me do chen jian la ma ji te xin pong la niang me ge wei yu sa dong ma ju me ma zhe wei shi kang bu long da re me ni yi da li ri jing dong wei dao nian ma nan ba kong le yun wei jin de zhen de yi jie la jie za zi bin ji wa jie ko xin ju bin yang ta long do re mo pa na me be dong wa ji se wei sa mo te mo men ba ren jian ba da lo na chu la yu xin gu ren qian lam gu ren men ba ren ma tong gun qian ji ni si me do chen qian la ma jie chu le me xiu yong yi ju me de me te qian gu ren xiu qian me sa lo wang ye tao yong ji zuo me gang be lam gu ren de le lam me zha de zo da wa ma do tu ju ju ba jin kun ba xin jiong gu yu ru gu ta ju ba no ru jiong rong jiong mi sin bi chu zhen de le lam me zha de zo ren no ba ji de ge no la zi na zu yin jiong yi jiong ju xie zhen tu ba qiong yong yu den jian de long ma re de le lam me zha de jing ge ren jiu yong de zi ni gu le sen en ba le den jiang rong ju xin de re ren tu ba le ma yong qia dong ma yi ge bi chu jian de le lam me zha de nian dou de le niao de se de zo chen men de le niao de yang de zo yin bu ba chao bu tu ye lang wa xiao ni ba jia zhen zhe wan de kun jiu zong de zo zong zhang de le rong yi xin jiu zhen o rong yi tu ji jing ge la xiang jiu yin bu ba de jia zhen jiang lan song shen ji ba ne我那时候弄完，今天这里经过这个就能前面那个容水公司的人说，我说现在前面一些银行呢，审计多两种些把都是什么工人啊，当年他们就了别跟他们那些红的，那么都是什么搞啥了，弄去过做别个都是真正你们这去过，真都都把你就是这么做了。亲戚少了怕平当群都问到我一级别人婚姻他们我这个人这边我这就个边们都是就是想我就不什么的还不是都是他们说把也打仗他们送什么钱这那种牛毛的我就那种这个这边就这么的想就是我们这是什么嘛的帮人把这说的努力的人没把我说的没把我说个没把那个都没把我说了是真没办法就是我跟我是真没是让员工好我帮个说了是当个的把他慢慢不名字把嘛什么呀啥都啊一进女的当然我不当的没什么我就当时连那个人老忙不见直接做都人怎么的退休金不当人这说了啥去各种投早样那个他们人把他们做了要少对吧？他这半年都准备做他们就想去他们再次做了些就别都是什么就现在把他几个人就会去对人家从他们大官员那些弄完了经济我就现在让他等别人来让你就都是什么弄东南弄个什么到时候就给投诉红给他们一个这些我说完了我认着他们都去当结果都是深圳也担当的，别让印度送机过来就忙把它说动，把它说动，把它说动，把它说动，往西进运的了，你把它写个给完的，你说都是什么的？你说今天嘛来了，这些上过把它修嘛，把面这人不管。我妈我当时记得喜欢这些现在讲的，就是们这边是到了农村基本上各位去进口了，这边是说后面就是各位这边就也把俺在这边做，像对这边这种商业吧，不是农民啊，就农村那个现在那个对象忙个是去年这个讲各趟推来这边农村先普遍出口先拉就把它销。我就把个子来做做呢，配经历经济不是为了这件事上面讲的，现在是其他个对象中嘛，就也娘么对象就么全部给说公布对象都把，用来些做了件本大到个什么节目，我就会弄弄什么个好说的啊，通常他们就给的，就是讲这什么节那边讲本来叫我妈房间那的。配有人去有人中介都那么工作，什么就是我这都。马上可能人家来这基本上都一个是那东东或者这些事情，经验的话是经验当这都是让他人去呀，当然去有了嘛那个 西族外前部马就啊，即娘把它小顿把他们。马龙就打把人家就把龙送到把这个说你去里头就就把下节抢你马了手了吃顿这想你到了这把见到那个在这边咱记得这那个就在了嘛。一民初期到了这这边个干嘛能当的，现在就是就不管就在东马在下节抢你家包这边到下一次就要被通了，不然那边没你。天空用那带动用脚嘛，比自己可能就是能就是这里我嘛小，天空我嘛查完这边，这边见不你学咱啊大家变路人这些咱们搞出去，咱们真的是从年内前不忙的是，红二见有见那样子，本来可是东不来，这事情我这里本来今天就是让可能我不过去就是到这去新的就是过来本来是的。现拉真把那不是到旅行给都是你这那不是强查老公娘一做了就这弄心就别其他包括上面个那个50句我们也等把你就对吧也个说那些样日间送件都是呀了这是有个那个其实可能马上晚上没得学生就是这个个想求前不久了我接触过了人保洁今天上街上比较推荐去当对吧是呢就过去流动龙球龙宁长多把没不了去了，不然的那些就没得说记住，人他们给就是就别人去。我们本在那个了，本马是的红，大多是现在走到天里面。没事，当俺他们的人这里就凭马上过了，红叶过了进去了就多不是对这个就现在的。我们本在那个了，本马是的红，那就这人这些事了，我要把这些送酒，这微信刚说起来，就现在就马上在5节，跟我这就是这边讲，因为前不了3节的，但是当然就是先不说那看事情嘛，我们这边在我他妈的就是别人就是。说话人给人呢在卡动菜上马云老学了头接了呢做上动作不然这都说了我们别人那个别么事的就别上的呢马后假期穷农查了微信他们呢他们上去就光都送个就是现在如此来到了街上出去就是搞了多久了是吧就是现在忙过了现在什么这种就咱们人家通过了就讲是那边人们马拉松都是行了日夜了那当咱们那个经济被满足给不都就是讲特别的讲说大处往前下看着人都搞你们的时候都是这个都是那个因为先老给到了这拉马桶的没现在就是搞这个什么的那等他们就是些头就刚别些老年跑的小农辛苦的那方面现在我就过了大众面边这帮下做的面边做不起现你们19年的那边呢今年什么简单通我的小真没到吧能做人家是来包括到这里呢看到这个啥啷个先看这了被就是啷的见不了上去的去能过这是什么现在那么就是让我妈觉得让我他们当面因素嘛说那个菜因对也等外在接我说了搞到就个小娃都弄家弄就这个这就头个了咱们这咋做呢马帮分就大我这我的小从前我是他们就个上级县呢们这就个小我就那个啥了嘛的马公上级穷呀咱就了但呢让一直微信啊当起不了对马无节保证的甚至讲从上交了见上级区级高中级别是了自己投机翁军的他也这边你说他就是这人家就是去了东群营上面前边等把也谈就谈了中美讲松对着人工就是上级特别的消息他也没把说话年的大伙过把些老话呢，古人民常呢，我们去写的台湾词话呢，我只能说让给就是修旅节来当这把他个多这些拉票分配安套，几人间都在有那没人在这上网的这个公帮大别个话就拉一下。人把呢，啊一个别马拉个单不留，人抽中给人把呢小，那个来上龙给这把他上多这些老小上到地区间呢的。采访人真节上台，我就说给公帮给搞了就拉一下，都给红叶能看到将来我是就让人干那些一节带上头来这把他偷偷这些老小，写了一些节安套带动真大的那都叫了恰恰全部人真节上。 Chuka Kampong Tobe Karwa Jula Xia Lam Yong Toge Hong Le Hong Yin Yin Ba Xie Gam Dang Pong Wang Xin Do Qi Rang Sam Tang Ta Ti Me Ben Zhe Kun Yi Le Dong Xi Ye Zhe Ba Jiang Yu Xi Dor Jie Xie La Jie Zeng Zong Ba To Tam Jie On Tao Ka Dao Zog La Qian Bo No De Jio Lun Zhu Ren Zing Jie Sang Tar Zhen Zhe Wen Ngo Wen Yi Gu Karwa Jula Xia Ko Mang Ben Zang Gur Ben Ma Xia Zang Hong Te Zang Gong Song Dun Jiu Ba Le Lang Long Ta Lam Ye Tu Ka Ne Bu Zir Ma Bo Chu Tang Jie Ba Xie Hai Ra Jie Xiong Wei Dang Ji Dor Jie Nan Jur Ma Tu Nan Jur Ma Zar Wei Ning Ka Rik Ba Zam Jie Wu Mar Jie Kong Gu Jie Tu Ju Nen Gu Ru Ru Mo Jie Tu Gar Den De Yir Me Ro Jie Me Du Ro Jie Tu Ju Xian Me Su Ma Ju Ba Dang Zha Wei Ngong Lang Nian Bar Xia Wo Te Le Dong Par Den Za Wei La Ma Ren Bo Jie Da Ge Ji Wu Bei Me Den Qiu La Ka Zhi Qing Bu Guo Ni Jie Song De Guo Song Tu Jing Wu Zhou Zar Zhou Zhou Par La Me Nam Bar Tar Ba La Ge Jie Sang Yong Lo Ta Me Jie Jin Jin Zhe Le Bu Ren Tong Me Gu Gu Jie Lam Xiu La San Man Ju Bar Xiu Jie Wa Gun Do Yong Na Lam Ma Tang Zhou Me Qu Ji Ba La Long Ju Ne Sa Tang Lam Ji Yo De Ra Zhou Ne Zhou Jin Qiong Ge Gong Pong Niu Zhou Xiu Jie Ba Mo Wa Na Ge De Jie Wo Gu Su Nam Yi Xie Cuo Zhou Ju Su Nam Yi Xie Le Qiong Wei Tang Ba Gu Ni Tao Ba Le Xiu Zhou Keng Ge Wa Xi Ni Yo Ba Dang Xie Dou Xie Jiu Te Xie Xie Ba Dang Song Bo Ti Xie Yo Teng Zhe Sa Da Ba Gun Yang Gun Ne Song Bo Zhe Jiu Jie Yan Bre Ba Wei Xie Den Qian Ba Dang Gun Song Bo Teng Yang Te Xin De De Da Gun Jie Jie Se Da La Ge Wan De Da Dam Jie Ra Dang A De Song Yi Bei Jie Ra Dam Jie Jie Ngo Hong Lan Jiao Deng A Wa De Da Ge Ge Wei Za Wan De Gun Jiang Song Bo Jiu Jie Ra Deng A Ju Jie Wan Ma Lang Na Ji Bre Wan Ne Kong Du Jie Wei Jie Wa Tam Jie Den Tu Ri Yu Den Du Den To Bre Yo Jie Ma Ta Tu Ju Zhong Zhi Ju Jie Cu Xu Zhu Wei Rong Wo Yu Bre Xiu Ten Yong Lam Ma Tam Ba Ni Ni Dong Chen Tu Qiu Le Ju Bre Xiu Ju Dong Ne De Ning Bo Tang Zhe De Chen De Zi Bi Jiang Zuo Ga Ra Qiu Zi Ba Tang Bei Qiu Re Bu Dong Ye Jian Qian Pen Zhou La Jian Ar Me Bre Lab Jian Xian Dong Qiu Bi Me Ba Ye Tam Jie Jiang Jie Zong Jie Do Ba Re Xiu Ji Zuo Ba Qian Bo Long Qin Ning Ti Ge Ngong Zhong Ang Dong Chu Si De Ba Nam Qian Lam Song De Ye Ren Zin Jing Me Leng Ba So Tam Ba Tu Me Ga Jin Ji Xiong Xie Tam Se Le Mu Ba Tu Be Nga Jie Nan Jie Ba Qian Jing Min Chen Le Wu Zhi Ji Chi Bi Ge Wei Jian Jiu Nam Ji La Ma Song Ji Zhen Tong Zhi Ji Rong Ri Gun Du Song Bo Ro Yang Mu Du Qiong Ni Rong Kam Jiang Zuo La Pen Ba Ju Qi Me Ber Ju Ju Ji Sa Wa Mang Ga So that is our preliminary practice, and of course anyone who wants to practice particularly Nyingtik preliminary practice, that is oral transmission for that is so here is over long that which helps to whoever wants to practice, particularly the Nyingtik preliminary practice, or of course all the preliminary practice that includes refuge, bodhicitta, and the prostrations that whether you want to do with refuge and bodhicitta chanting or the 7-branch chanting of provide here, either one you can do. And then usually we call the 400,000 preliminary practice that generally said well known, which means refuge 100,000, bodhicitta 100,000, and then prostration goes with that, and then Vajrasattva practice 100,000. 100,000 means 100 syllable mantra 100,000 times. And then a mandala offerings, particularly we have here, is count takes how long when you clean and then put setting and clean and then put setting, those count. Then of course in Laminanjur, the Guru Yoga is here. It's quite important. It's maybe if you have time on Mahobeza Group Masadehong, we usually do drumbum. Drumbum means each syllable has 100,000, but then you can do much more as well, and that's up to you. And then it also includes the kusala fees or the Jew practice as well in this, and then you can do evenings as short Jew, or if you want to do Kandu Kijong, the latter of Dakinis is also up to you what if you want to do. But if you don't have time, then you can chant once a day. It's not doesn't take that long. You can see I can chant 20 minutes or 30 minutes. No, 25 minutes maybe. In Tibet, I chant every day, carry mountains and those after I introduce Longchen Yingti tradition. So the accumulation part is one thing, and also familiarize and become as one's own sort of practices are another. So that's all up to you. What we said is, did we went through page 31 or need to go through page 31? Maybe we haven't gone through that yet.
Was it just the very bottom of page 30? Did we
Yeah,
get?
there was one
I
stanza in 31.
Yeah, the very last stanza of 30, and then we read 31.
Okay. And meanwhile, I can drink this. You have thoughts that need to address, or anything
Yes.
about our gathering?
A question just about the Longchen Nintik that you just gave when you mentioned the Chud practice.
Yes.
They just said they missed what you said about, they didn't understand what you said about the Chud practice and the laughter of Dakinis being within the Longchen Nintik. Is it something to accumulate, or just maybe just say a little bit more about that in the Longchen Nintik? She just didn't understand.
Okay. In the Longchen Yingtik preliminary practice, it's included as kusali talk. Kusali talk means the due practice, and these due practices occur. Should be before, yeah. Before. After the Guru Yoga, we have here. This is number 1. Okay, this way. I'm looking at Tibetan page 8, 9. Trying to find page 10. Sometimes, of course, everything is messy. Page 11. In Tibetan, page 10, right after the mandala, because we talk about only two things happening. Practice involves two things. Purifying negative karma and accumulating merit. And the whole Buddhist teaching is condensed Buddha's word. There's two. In not involving any negative deeds and accumulating any or every merit. So mandala, we say that is one way of accumulating merit, and then the kusala or kusulu, which is due practice, is sort of inner practice, because when we talk about generally, we have outer preliminaries, then we have inners, sort of inner, and then sort of tantric accumulation here. It's not only the offering the mandala we can do, but we can also offer our body to the deity, to the sentient beings, to the obstructors or maras and so forth. And Longchen Nyingtek Mundo itself included a very short due practice right after the 5 is mandala offering, 6 is kusulu tsokso, means accumulating the kusulu. And you can see, start with pain, and then how you cut your body, imagining you're cutting your body and so forth. There's two parts, and one is evolving to setting your body as a feast, and then the offering to the sort of four gases. So for 4 gases, if there is Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and you can make offerings, and the sentient beings to satisfy and also repay their karmic debts. And then we have also obstructors and so forth that they are also getting fees. And so all these fees are not going only one direction to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, but also sentient beings and obstructors, and also getting due to these, and then they're pleased, and then become less obstacle, less obstructors. Mainly in a number, in English maybe have number, I'm only looking Tibetan, is number 6 is the due practice. So this is very short. If you need a little bit extended version, you like to do more, then do Kandu Kejang, which is Longchen Nyingtek Juk practice, cutting practice that involves sort of dancing and so forth. That there's 2 ways to do. If you want to do a little bit more, then Kandu Kejang, the laughter of Dakinis. If you want to just short, do kusala offering here. I hope everyone can play Dhamaro, yeah? Maybe when you play Dhamaro, play by fingers, not by wrists, not by arms. Finger.
Even the big one?
Yeah.
Oh. You scary? A little bit.
So that's important. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay. And then need to learn melody. Yeah, I think English is a little bit difficult. Have to chant in Tibetan to make sounds. You are at least have melody, rhythm, and things.
I have one little bit random question, maybe a short question. They say how to pronounce the KSA in Sanskrit. Ksa or
KS.
KSA in Sanskrit.
Oh,
Like, I don't know if it's part of the Kaka Ganga or...
it's K with S. It's cha.
Cha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kish.
Kush.
K. The sa. S has dot. It's called retroflex. Retroflex means your tongue needs to roll back.
Ksa.
Have you seen Indians when they speak? How they say, "Take me to the donut shop." If you're rolling back your tongue. No, it's practice, serious. Take me to the donut shop.
Take me to the donut shop.
No, don't bite.
Okay.
Just so their language has a lot of retroflex, and it's much more rolling back the tongue. That's why.
Thank you.
When people say akshara, yeah, akshara, it's okay, that is our practice, and the practice is really important. Teachings are meant to be clarified the practice, and these practice lines are filled with meanings, and sometimes even our preliminary practice talking about the Chukchu and Togar, and of course for empowerment, and for Vidyadharas, and so forth. So it's important to know in general Buddhist teaching in order to practice further. So here then Manjushri we say is the achieve, or Manjushri achieved 10th Bhumi, and also we could say Manjushri is the primordial Buddha. Yeah? And wisdom and compassion, these two are we often see in Dzogchen teachings. And in a Dzogchen teaching, the two things that can condense everything. And two things condense everything. What that would be, these two.
and talk. Your pet.
Pay is the cure practice. It's not the Dzogchen. It could be Dzogchen. Yeah, it's in a Dzogchen. But Rinpoche suddenly say aloud pet, so that one thing we can do. We did for a month. But here, and say the whole Dzogchen teaching is include or cannot go beyond yin rik yin. The yin expands, the rikpa. So beyond these two, there is nothing we can talk about. Either we are talking about yin, the reality, or the rikpa, the knower, and the knowable are two things, and mainly subject and object. And yin rik yirme, we have very nice chanting and 这估计不是吃的是。因为也没马就娘们弄，都那那大现在就玩笑，所以因为也没马就娘们弄，是的indivisible of expanse and awareness, unfabricated state. May I born in that state. So that is we have somehow nice melody with nice chantings. Maybe more places to explore. Yeah? It's not just as the neighbor's yard is always greener, but there is some neighbor's yards where it's green.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Okay.
Yeah, but some are too. Some days they do. Yeah. Anyway, so these two when we do, and then we have Manjushri is sometimes you can see there's 5 crowns as represent whether 5 Buddhas or 5 wisdoms, and so here it's saying he started with the 5 awakened ones, so it's represent 5 family Buddhas. And then we can look at the next one. He is the progenitor of all the Buddhas. We talk about syllable A, and now we have Manjushri is sort of syllable A, and all the Buddhas arise from there or manifest from there. So that's other way of we can think that how the syllable A is the source of everything, because syllable A is the door for the liberation, which represent the emptiness. The emptiness that also, when we say emptiness, is talking about the wisdom. When we say wisdom, then it's talking about the wisdom that while the expands the object yin and the inner rikpa, that is the wisdom. So these two are the inseparable in the Dzogchen tradition. So these primordially pure indivisible expanse and awareness. So this is the stage where we want to land ourselves in there, and then maybe everything's okay. We are there, but if you still think we are not there, but sometimes try to remind ourselves to think that yin rik yir me ma chu nyung me mo do ne nam da xing de ji er xiao ya. Okay, then we have the Buddha's eminence and foremost son. So it's the contradiction or paradoxical is not, we don't need to concern about. Is the source of all Buddhas and also the son of the supreme son of all Buddhas. We can say these 8 bodhisattvas that we call the closest sons of Buddhas, and also these you can see the Tibetans treat 3: the compassion, embodiment of compassion, embodiment of wisdom, embodiment of power. So these 3, Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara, and Vajrapani, these are embodiment of all the Buddhas. Arising from the world's true insight,
Is it also like our talking about our own awareness, like the Father and the Son? It's always going to be our own mind. We give birth to this awareness that's always been there, like in that way. That Manjushri is our own wisdom mind. He's the Father.
It's I think because we think our and theirs. That's how we functioned. That's nature thinking. But somehow when we say our, we always underestimate ourselves. And when we say I or we or our, then it's much more restricted, vulnerable group or meant to be not represent the whole universe. And in that sense, it's more powerful when we say the primordial Buddha, Kuntu Sampo, and the Manjushri, who has all the powers and went through all the 10 bhumis. So that's why we, in the samsara, soon as we are deluded, we see ourselves as small because we separated from the larger group to isolate ourselves to make discrimination on small parts. And in that sense, when we think, we look out, sky or space, so giant, and it's kind of, people always amazed with big mountains, big forests, big rivers, big lakes, and especially oceans, and so forth, because we are sort of overwhelmed by either magnificent or either the kind of scope of the body of the mass, whatever it is. So that's why we like to think realities out there. That's why we have all the Buddhas, we have all talking about all the powers, and because we are very vulnerable, we are weak, we have no power, we have isolated. But reality, we are talking about our mind nature. I'm saying the functionality of how we perceive is a little bit different. When I say my mind nature, sort of I excluding your mind nature. When we say the nature of phenomena, then we simply include everything. So we are our nature is seeing we are vulnerable and there is something that much bigger than us. And the Dzogchen tradition, we have this mother and child metaphor, that light, mother light and child light. Somehow, mother is sort of protection or protector and comforter and caregiver and so forth. So it's soon as that the nature of reality is the mother light and your own Rigpa is the child, that somehow your vulnerability is run into this comfort zone where all the protections and all the needs you can get there. So that's why. But then this is metaphor, yeah. I'm just saying, in English I think it's okay. So we always project there is something, protections coming from outside. So we underestimate ourselves. Mainly Dzogchen practices trying to introduce that we are not overestimating, but the practice should bring up to level where the yin and rigpa together, our individual awareness sort of emerge into this expanse, where there is no separation, mother and child reunion. Until that, we are always, most of the time, we are searching something. That's why we are doing pujas and so forth. That's offerings and statues and stupas, and so these are helpful to comforting us and also make us to in a positive way of leading. But reality, we really need to come up our individual it's very, very bad language, Our is much more than individual, is even than tiny, vulnerable. That's how we end up here, yeah. So, but it's talking all about one thing, but when you make package to comes to teachings, is there is a purpose, there is the functionality. It's good. Everything's good. In Kunta Songpo, prayer, what does it say? The entire 3 words collapse. I have no fear.
Yeah.
Because there's not anything that can fall into us, because there's no us. There's no individuals. Until that, we are we are quite chicken in a sense. And here is coming how strong we are, composed of the larger, fully dense and firm. So remind us that sounds like talking about Manjushri, but it's talking about reality. Reality has no individuals. So then we won't say our nature. It's talking about our nature, the Buddha nature, or Manjushri. The newborn sovereign ruler of the world. So this is a sort of metaphor. It's in old days, king lineage or the kingship is coming most of the time, but overthrown this kingship. But usually the king needs to be born in a kingship. That's the idea of that. And Dzogchen sometimes we use Garudas. And Garuda's birds, Garuda grow up in eggs, so as soon as the shell is break, then ready to fly in the space, sky. And here, emerging from the sky, the self-risen. Of course, now the sky or space is showing that metaphor and so forth. Also, the meaning that all dharmas are unborn, non-rising, non-risen. Which means because there is no cause to rise. So mainly our delusional perception or thinking or the understanding, there is something out there that must, when we say something out there, means must be born. If take birth, then must have cause. These things are how we treat, and when we say the Manjushri is born out of space, usually what we say when, in order to become a Buddha, what causes are necessary in this sutic level.
Emptiness and compassion.
Yeah, two accumulations. So the 2 accumulations we talk about, that will ripen into the Rupakaya and the Dharmakaya. The Rupakaya, Dharmakaya is the ultimate reality Buddha, and then Rupakaya means the form Buddhas that could appear any form. So these 2, without these cause of 2 accumulations, Buddhas would not appear. But here, the Manjushri is born out of space. There's no cause. And when we Dzogchen, we talk about Samadhabhadra. And I think Kundu Sompo prayer say the first Buddha there has no cause. So similarly, it's reflecting that that it's not saying that Manjushri is there. It's come out of nothing. It's saying there is no Manjushri. If there is no cause, there would not have Manjushri here. But it's other way of saying. Maybe that's a little bit too strong dosage. Many people, maybe. Okay. And then a massive blazing of knowledge and of insights. Of course, when we talk about Manjushri, then of course there is wisdom and so forth. The fire blazing, because fire can burn all the discursive thoughts or bushes that what we sometimes talk about. And illuminating the beacon of the great light, a lamp of the wisdom shining brilliantly, a light for beings, a lighting unto wisdom, with emergent supreme most radiance, so that we can talk about all these light metaphors that Manjushri have, because light is such thing that even modern days we think that maybe humans are first found how to make fire, and from there then we are sort of become a group of animal that survive in a different level, and otherwise maybe we are eaten by tigers and lions and other stuff. Somehow we found light, we found fire, and then we use that to did many stuff. And then the Vidya king, the great mantras lord, the mantra king achieving noble end, the great Ushnisha, marvelous Ushnisha, the Lord of space, revealer of all things. Can you say Ushnisha?
Ushnisha.
Can you see the all has dots in under? S and Ushnisha. Roll back the. Yeah. Take me to the donut shop.
And we're talking about the crown perturbance, Ushnisha.
Yeah, because a white umbrella is most powerful tantric or sutric, and Dharani, the Ushnisha Vijaya Dharani is the most powerful Dharani. And that's why it's saying the Manjushri is also Ushnisha Vijaya. It's Manjushri is also Yamantaka, Ushnisha Vijaya, and mainly everything, yeah. The source of father of all Buddhas, and also the only son of all the Buddhas.
Is her name because she was born from Buddha's crown, and is that where that word comes from, or?
Yeah, but this could be, yeah.
Just trying to put the stories together and why we have this in this praise.
Uh-huh. It's Tibetan is more Namjalma. It doesn't have born from Vishnisha. Oh, sorry. Yes, Tsuktor Namjalma. That is, yes. Tsuktor is the Vishnisha. Anyone know Vishnisha? Vishnisha. Yeah. Yeah, that's the powerful, and yes, exactly. Sorry. I was thinking just Namjalma, yeah. Tsuktor Namjalma. You see in early Central Asia and Tibetans, these Vishnisha Vijaya, the Ranis, are very popular for many reasons, and chanted, and also that's copied, and very, very powerful mantra they treat. And what we have, Namjar Tonchut, the Namjar, the 1,000 offerings of Namjalma. We often do GBI and other places. We do that. Okay. Now we are page 32. Sonje Gunje Guyin Chon Rowe Gadowa Gawe Me Tonten Nato Sonjin Ji Papo Jujin Joba Transonje Rikson Jong Zang Jong Tamse Jembo Zang Jin Zo Gunjo Sonjin Pa Tekwan Jo Som Tomba Tongyu Xiaoguan Nambara Jian Zimba Xianbo Dorji Xia Dorji Jia Ju Xiaoguan Ji Dorji Ji Yin Ji Gurash. Maybe we can read this as well, so we can see here. I was thinking we could read a little more. Okay, maybe first we yes, here. So he is the best embodiment of every Buddha. Sometimes we care about the youth, and we care about complexity and so forth. Gold is one of them in India, and the yellow color, or the marcel, the reddish yellow, and so forth. With eyes, the joy of every living beings. That space depend on artistic skills, that how we can see. And the creator manifests in various forms. And this is one thing that in it, Avalokiteshvara, of course, is the tutelary deity for Tibetans. We call it as chosen deity. but comes to Manjushri, some Manjushri, they care more about, I mean, I should not say that, but we call the three Manjushris in Tibetan tradition. Generally, of course, sometimes when we say that, other lineage upset, but either way, who are omniscience, Longchenpa is one of them, Satyabhintita, and Tsongkhapa. So these three are called the three Manjushris in the Snowland. So you can see how much they care about the Manjushri, the best of the best practitioner and also composer and also everything. So Manjushri is, they care about a lot. I was thinking to saying something, but I think I forget. Anyway, not important maybe. So Manjushri is really important. And then you can see the stories in the Dzogchen tradition. Manjushri is very important. Now we have a Manjushri Mitra, Jnana Sutra. Of course, after the God of Dorje we have those, but the actual body of Manjushri is Vimala Mitra. Vimala Mitra is Manjushri. And the Dzogchen tradition tells the story that Manjushri went to Wutaishan in the Chinese five peak mountain, which is treated as a Manjushri's pure land, kind of the human realm pure land. And here is a not so Sukyen, creator manifests various forms. Then we say, if you go to Wutaishan, you can meet Manjushri. Could be any form. Could be a rabbit, or could be a mouse, or could be a pig, or could be a snake, or any form, not necessarily human form or anything that you will encounter with Manjushri. So that's why it's manifests various forms. So Manjushri has this kind of ability to appear, and of course everyone has a vision of Manjushri. Tsongkhapa has a vision of Manjushri. After that, he's really refined his view. Satyabhintita, of course, and Longchenpa is a reincarnation of the Vimala Mitra, or what we call every 500 years Vimala Mitra promise, or Vimala Mitra's aspiration will appear again. So Longchenpa, and you can see every 500 years there is sort of Manjushri or the Vimala Mitra's reincarnation or manifestation in a Nyingtik tradition. And of course then every corner of the Tibetan tradition there is larger Manjushri, small Manjushri, and all sort of Manjushris pop up in Tibet. That I want to say, manifesting in various forms. And that's, if you go to Wutai-san in China. If you see something, just accept what you see. And a great sage, deserving praise, deserving worship. And that's what we are doing, all the Buddhas are deserving worship and deserving praise. The praising and worshipping, these two are kind of partially that can fulfill the minds of Buddhas. That fulfillment part is coming from there. And then a mantra born unto the triple family, unholding mantras of the foremost pledge, who teaches all three peerless vehicles. And we already see the Buddha Dhamma Sangha is treated in the Nyingtik tradition and also other traditions, not necessarily just what traditionally we treat Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Then we have Lama Yidam Kando, and then we have Chama Bindus and what we call Qi, air, wind, and then we have Ngorang Yitukji, the essence, nature, and compassion. So we just saw that here, yeah. This Nyingtik preliminary practice, the refuge is not just external Buddha Dhamma Sanghas, but it's closer and closer. We can see. And Milarepa has two, yeah. I think Milarepa says, Songji Chutan Kendu Song Tesung Chi Lamai, Tesung Chi Jamri. Buddha and Dharma and Sangha, these are the outer refuge objects. Lama Yidam Kandro Song Tesung Nangi Jamri. Lama, Yidam, Kandro, these three are the inner refuge. And the Zatong Long to Tilasum to some Sangway Jamri. So the channel, Bindu, Wind, these three are the sana, the secret. And Ngorang Yitukji, that's a Dzogchen thing, and we can go there as well. So we talk about 9 set of the objects of refuge, or the 12th set of the objects of refuge. That's depend on. And then we have these 3 vehicles. 3 vehicles we talked about already. If we just talk about the 3 vehicles, then and there's 2 here. When we say the achievement part, we have hearers, Pradika Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas. So these 2 first attain Arhat level, but then Bodhisattvas can attain Buddhahood. That is how, when you go to practice path, can take either one of them. When we talk about philosophical system, and then these vehicles as a little bit different as well. But here we are talking about there is 3 vehicles. And the 3 vehicles are often the general vehicles that he teaches, Manjushri. And then the last verses that here appears are more kind of epithets or the praising that what it's Turyu Shakpa is one of the deity, the with the snare unfilling. Namjar, number jar is one, and so forth. So we can, these are more either descriptive or the names has the meaning. So it's not just meaningless combinations, but it's praising that all the deities are. Do you remember yesterday we talked about Sa Ni Rang La Rang Ni Sa in the Nyingtik tradition? I'm the deity, deity is me. Manjushri is all the Buddha is Manjushri. Yeah? That's somehow we need to, that attitude, then it would have not much difficulties. Dorjin Jikhi is a Vajra Bhairava. That is often Gelugpa tradition. We have Vajra Bhairava, and that's we are talking about. There was, I think I was in the Sarah. There was a Nyingma and a friend and a Gelug friend. They are kind of teasing each other. So these Gelugpas teasing Nyingma that your deity has wings. So you can see Vajrakalaya has wings. And then Nyingma was teasing Gelugpas, your deity has horns. So Manjushri has wings and horns, and so you don't need to worry about that. So maybe think about Manjushri has wings and horns now on, and maybe we stop here today. Few questions, maybe then the last part we will do Narakongsha. And then we enjoy our talk, and hopefully this has been meaningful, and many more will come, and this is a lifelong practice and discussion and understanding, and kind of makes us better. So we do whatever we can do. And thank you so much, Elizabeth, for really kind, open, here many people hosting, and it's difficult, but it's meaningful, and that's, you will have great merits. So
thank you all for coming. It's so much fun. The most fun to hear these teachings. Thank you so much.
Yes. So Manjushri has horns and wings. Do you have any? No? There's no questions?
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about horns and wings. I didn't even look. Let's see.
And fangs, yeah.
There was just one question about the just
Yes.
if was the same, does it represent Dharma Dhatu?
Yes, exactly.
Jane?
What was the name of the form of Manjushri with the horns and the wings?
Oh, with the horns, called Vajra Bhairava. Wings was called Vajrakalaya.
Oh, okay.
It could be Yamantaka too. These form of Yamantaka doesn't have wing. But when we talk about 8 Hirukas, every deity has wings, like a Vajrakalaya. And when we chant in our Narakomsha, it will come Yamantaka, but we don't know depiction. We don't have depiction. But if you look at 180 tankas, yes.
Oh, maybe in here there's the peaceful and wrathful.
Yeah. Yamantaka as wings. Yeah. This is our little bit different. Yamantaka appears, but Vajrakalaya's wings. Yeah, wings. Wings and horns. I think Yamantaka, the Vajravarava is making sense. Yeah, the face is buffalo. So buffalo without a horn is less scary, I think.
There was a question about in chanting the Manjushri Namasamgiti, should we accumulate the mantras that are within Manjushri Namasamgiti, the mantra parts, like the 6 one?
Usually we don't accumulate mantra. Just mantra chant once, one time. However, of course, there is Manjushri sadhanas. You can accumulate mantra, but maybe if you want to accumulate, use our open prayer. That Kangi Lodu Jim Nijendra Nyanda Namdarasa. There is and Omara Bhajanati and that Omara Bhajanati. But also we know that Omakishwari Mom is Manjushri. If you so we kind of already say that in we have this Samajar Gotrukten, the king of mantra, which possesses the 6 syllables, or didn't say 6 syllables, but 6 is Om Vakishwari Mum. Om Vakishwari Mum is the actual mantra we use, but Arabhajanati, Omarabhajanati is we chant for this, but these mantras include both. Yeah, and in here, if you just want to accumulate sort of Manjushri, maybe Om Vakishwari Mom is better, but if you really want to fast, generate wisdom, maybe Omara Bhajanati is easy. But generally, if you want to achieve Manjushri form, to use some kind of sadhana, then maybe there is short sadhanas you can find. But we see maybe next time if we have time do some sort of Manjushri empowerment with Manjushri sadhana. I mean, Pam Rinpoche has Manjushri sadhana, particular Manjushri sadhana. We can do that as well. So there's 2 ways you can do it. If you really want to generate fast, right away, then Omara Bhajanati, and then you want to slow down to visualize Manjushri, and then or do kind of sadhana a little bit style, then Vakishri moon is another one to accumulate. But actual chanting here, we just read, chant through, doesn't stop to accumulate mantras in these texts. Because these texts is not really sadhana. Yes.
Quick question. Can you explain the differences between Rupakaya and Nirmanakaya? And also, when you talk about Zuqian, the definition, essence, nature, and compassion, can you also talk a little bit the difference between essence and nature?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Rupa means form. Form, this is the actual division of Buddha, either formless or form. And the Dharmakaya is the nature of everything, empty. And when we say Dharmakaya and Rupakaya, then the Sambhogakaya and the Nirmanakaya both included in Rupakaya. Rupakaya has two kayas, Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya, because both has appearance or manifestations. Dharmakaya itself doesn't have. In Dzogchen, we don't use that much, but there's these three are always there, whether we talk about sutric level of Buddha or tantric level of Buddha. And Dzogchen Ngo Rangyi Tukye is early we talk about. It's our mind nature is in a sort of innately endowed with these three qualities. Three qualities are also we can define through three kayas. Ngovo, the essence, is Dharmakaya, nature is Sambhogakaya, and compassion is Nirmanakaya. Why is like that? The Tibetan Ngovo and Rangshin, or the English essence and nature, are really close. It's for sure. It's not much we can talk about. But comes to when we defined these three natures by three kayas, then it's clear that Ngovo is much more deeper nature, kind of. That's really innate nature. There's no appearances or no manifestations yet. And then Ranghi, the nature, that's how we translate, either correct or not, but what we have that. That is, then we see the essences we treat to deeper meaning. The Ngovo is more, there's outer expressions that appears, colors, lights, and wisdoms, and Buddha bodies, and so forth. That is Ramshin. The nature can be, we can a little bit, the essence of sky is maybe we cannot really talk about. But nature of the sky or nature of the weather is kind of changeable, kind of, it's a little bit describable in a sense that I don't know who chose these English terms, essence and Ranghi, but that becomes sort of general. And then Tukye, is Tibetan Tukje. Tuk means heart, Je means supreme. Most of the time, the best of your heart, supreme heart, is often honorific term for compassion. Great heart. That's what we say in English, maybe. So the great heart. And also these, you can see the essence and nature doesn't really convey much the wisdom aspect of it. It's more nature, more dharmata, more reality. So Tukje somehow is not just compassion or just maybe not just compassion. It has the wisdom that carries, and in the Dzogchen tradition, we saw Tukje Rigpa Nyingpo. Tukje, which has the essence of Rigpa, the awareness. So, back then I translate great intelligence as Tukje, but now I changed my mind. Maybe great compassion is fine. And Richard Barnum translate a great responsiveness or great responsive. And each one translates a little bit differently, but it's maybe both compassion and wisdom together. That's how we treat.
A couple online from Suvansh says, Kempola, thank you for the teaching. Is there a commentary on the text that you can recommend on Manjushri Namasamgiti? Is
There's
there one you recommend?
a lot of commentaries, but Tibetan commentary, maybe Ronson Mahabindita's commentary that I have no idea. Any commentary in English, anyone know it?
Tugu Sedor translated one.
Who?
Tugu Sedor. I don't know, chanting the names of Manjushri, I think that's what it's called. I can't remember the title.
Okay. In India, Indian commentaries, there's 21 Indian commentaries, and Vimala Mitra's commentary as well. So check out what are available there. I haven't checked any Indian commentary or available in English. Whatever available is good, I think, now, at this point, yeah. And later maybe we can find more, but sometimes it's a little bit strange that in the beginning, when I was in America, Chunyam Rinpoche and others asked me to teach Heart Sutra all the time, but that time was Heart Sutras not that popular in these days. Here we are doing Manjushri Namasamgiti. Maybe this is first time we are doing. I'm not sure, but it's kind of rare requirement teaching, and also it's occurring. But the commentaries, luckily, the root text is already translated, but commentaries I don't know in English.
Next question. Do you remember what they wanted you, how many Manjushri Namasamgiti to accumulate for Yamantaka? Like back in the day when you said they used to ask people to accumulate this. Do you remember the number? He's asking.
I don't remember. I didn't get that requirement. If I got, I would say I chant more than any one of you. But
Okay.
but the idea is, I think, how much. Do they say how much, or you need to practice Manjushri Namasamgiti?
Well, I know we still recite it in every session of Yamantaka.
I
Someone
know.
has to read, but
no,
I don't
no.
know.
That before that, in order to qualify the Yamantaka. Now the Yamantaka is getting a little bit easy to participate, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do at least 100,000 Omwakeshwari Mom.
Okay.
And then you're supposed to do 600,000 Omwakeshwari Mom, but I don't remember seeing anything about
Yeah.
this one. Can Julian asks, can Dang, Ropa, and Tsal be correlated with Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya?
Yes, kind of. Because the sequence maybe Zal first, then Dang second, then Ropa. We are talking about, if you are not familiar with Tibetan, the Zal means dynamic energy or dynamism. Dang is a expression of the sort of manifestation. And the Rupa means then some sort of interaction is going on. And sometimes we say all dharmas are the dynamism of the Rigpa. It's kind of comforting. Sometimes people proudly say that, and some people think that is the most coolest thing in the world we can say. All dharmas are the dynamism of Rigpa. So nothing to do with me, or I don't need to care anything about. So the Zal, the dynamism, every item has dynamism, it's potentiality. Samsara has its own potential. But when we say potential, then we can go back to Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya has potential to manifest, or the expression can rise from Dharmakaya to Sambhogakaya. That's Dang. Zal is inner quality, inner potential. Dang, the expression means outwardly already shining. Rolpa, often we use roll. Roll means enjoy, partake, participate, interact. Something that you are enjoying. We often say 做腊肉, join to the feast offering, which shows that the inner quality arise, project outwardly, then somehow interaction is going on because we are looking outwardly, something there, and then once you roll back, then you already distorted something already. I like refracting. The sun lights comes to glass mirror, and then the light's refracting. It's not really original light, but without that original light, you cannot see. The dawns are already refracted. The zhaos are light, original lights, whatever that source may be, but then comes to the through glass lens of something to refract it and then distort it. And that distortion is, if you think that is what it is, that's you are interacting with that. So samsara is refracted lights of the Dharmakaya. Once we, then is my favorite thing. It's then no longer its original thing. Is that can be fictitious slur that then you can attract by that, and then you make out of all kind of assumptions that you can make. So Rulpa is think about more interaction. In order to interact, we have to have this distorted, whatever that may be. So the subject-object duality or the subject-object twin meeting there. Before that, Zhao doesn't need, Rupa, Dang doesn't need, but Rupa has something to do with that display. They call display, but more like distortion. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a good place to stop. Now we know Morang Yitukje, we know Zhao Dang Rulpa. We are good at everything now. Okay.
Okay, I may need your help a little bit with the setup, so we need a break with Kempo giving us a little instructions about our next practice, and we'll be back. It's 3:47 now, it's 3:45.
Yeah, if we get a little bit late, it's
Okay.
fine, but we do.
Maybe 4:15 or how?
Yes.
We
Yes.
need about 30 minutes.
Yes.
So, thank you.
raise, but not yet. Need to hold to make offering. Yeah.
We have a red rug.
Yeah.
Good that it's there.
That's a.
Yeah, I'll get it. There's another.
I have one, Jay.
And it's here.
Bill, are you back here? Are there any more cupcakes? Bill doesn't have one.
Cupcakes are somewhere here.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there.
I have one.
Don't eat now.
Yeah.
I won't.
I don't know if the Mongolian lady with her kids are still here.
I don't think so.
No, the kids are not here.
Okay. I'll put some stuff back here for them.
Can you make one stem of flower?
Yeah.
One.
Just pull out just one those small flowers.
Small flowers?
Yeah. Not big one.
Just one or
Yeah, that's one.
like this? Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay. This is our chance to fulfill. Everyone has text. Lama, this chant with this Lama. Lama Ranjin Java, everyone know where we are? You don't have, you have the text and stuff. It's straightforward. It's first page, and middle there is the bolded phonetic. Say start with Lama. Lama Ren Jawa Shin Zhu Jin Go Jie Ma Zo Lam Jin Dun Jie Nam Ga Ben Za Sama
All the Vidyadhara gurus and deities of the mandalas, the peaceful and wrathful victorious ones, are present in the sky before me. Benzer Samaja.
Benzara Saman Naho Chochu Deshi Kenji Dan Lama Jawa Juro Yonto Kan Deshi Nyanda Pende Dama Shiro Nyanja Naja Chanjir Chanjir Yoten Penso Lama Namla Chanzalo Mime Chudre Chudi Kula Chanzalo Echen Langju Zobi Kula Chanzalo Rongdong Jiryon Turi Kula Chanzalo Nilo Manjur Doji Kula Chanzalo Yonda Ngambara Shangjo Kula Chanzalo Namo Shinji Shive Lala Chansa Lo Lota Tsajo Ko Kala Chansa Tangon Tsetan Jambar Kala Chansa Lo Tandara Taro Teme Soma Chansa Lo Yanda Tanden Benzara Tala Chansa Lo Tana Nizra Tutsu Mala Chansa Janze Pove Lala Chanza Lo Jungwe Ngada Namu Chola Chanza Lo Saka Langzo Rinzi Chola Chanza Lo Tamba Zangwe Tangjin Namla Chanza Yaki Janze Ngada Chola Chanza Maybe read to English.
Namaho, we call upon all the great enlightened beings from every place and time. All you gurus, peaceful and wrathful, victorious ones, turn your wisdom toward us. Come now, take your places on seats of lotus, sun, and moon, and accept our prostrations and offerings, so that we may purify impairments and breakages, and even the lower realms. To all the masters endowed with perfect qualities we prostrate. To the Dharmakaya beyond concept or elaboration we prostrate. To the Sambhogakaya, the perfect enjoyment and great bliss, we prostrate. To the Nirmanakaya lords, protectors of beings, manifesting in diverse forms, we prostrate. To the Vajrakaya of the unchanging natural state, we prostrate. To the perfect Kaya of complete awakening, we prostrate. To the peaceful deities who pacify the afflictive emotions, we prostrate. To the wrathful deities who annihilate mistaken views, we prostrate. To the body of gentle splendor, Lord of means and Master of life, we prostrate. To the lotus-like speech which resounds without error, we prostrate. To the Vajra mind endowed with the true meaning, we prostrate. To the healing nectar which dispels the sickness of the five poisons, we prostrate. To the deities of Kilaya who vanquish arrogant demons, we prostrate. To the hosts of Mamos who control the five elements, we prostrate. To the Vidyadharas who have mastered the paths and stages, we prostrate. To the oath-bound ones who guard the teachings, we prostrate. To the lords of mantra who subdue enemies and obstacle makers, we prostrate.
Tuba Jolin Kovato, Mare Wangin Jungana, Tujin Doze Togola, Chova Taje Chanzalo.
Home, self-aware, self-knowing, and undiluted, from the state of equality, pure wisdom arises. So we may purify mind and objects we prostrate to Samantabhadra and his consort. In enlightened wisdom, free from thought and undivided, the five pure wisdoms shine as glowing lights. So we may purify mind's afflictions we prostrate to these five families of the bliss-gone Buddhas. Causes created out of basic space arise as partners of the five pure wisdoms. So we may purify the elements we prostrate to these five great consorts of basic space, a host of pure wisdom emanations, manifest spontaneously for being's benefit. So we may purify consciousness we prostrate to these 8 great warriors of awakening. In the state of wisdom, enlightened qualities are complete, and the desired attainments fall like rain. So we may purify space and time we prostrate to these 8 great goddesses of offering, valiant beings, subduers of the malevolent, free from the faults of clinging to a self. So we may purify wrong views we prostrate to these 4 tatrikas who guard the gates, those who bring benefit to beings through love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. To purify eternalism and nihilism we prostrate to these 4 gatekeeping ladies of wrath. From the 6 patterns of thought, 6 realms of samsara arise through the force of unawareness, so that we may purify delusion we prostrate to the 6 sages who tame through compassion.
Kundu Sambo Rebeza, Chinjo Zola, Janzala, Tama Mason Dajinbe, Kala Janjan, Yule Goshin Dajijo, Tomo Yana Janzala, Kore Kure Sanjimo, Tomo Jila Janjala, Sayin Chinjo Bonyama, Tame Jila Janzala, Rende Jindan Jindina, Dama Jala Janda, Jitan Jala Tuvama, Wanjo Mama Jandala, Yaman Daga Hindi, Nandi Tiki Goji Go, Jambara Kawai Jandala, Dandi Jabo Wangila, Wanda Tajin Goji Go, Pema Songwai Jandala, Barjin Benza Heroka, Roma Zavin Goji Go, Yanda Tola Jandala, Jandan Jinjo Heroka, Shiro Ramjan Vai Go, Yanan Tola Jandala, Doji Janu Jule Go, Chojun Barvin Goji Go, Junan Jilai Jandala, Nozo Jabo Heroka, Juan Ale Chojin Go, Mamo Zolai Jandala, Rinzin Doji Chabota, Sagan Lama Nivin Go, Rinzin Zolai Jandala, Zore Dabo Kumu Jin, Jikan Trikwa Namji Goro, Tenbai Janlai Jandala, Dobden Nabo Dozere Jen, Jama Dabo Mambu Go, Dagi Jolai Jandala, Dada Jawai Shishula, Kangen Sentu Chandharma, Tamsi Nyamcha Kunjane, Chame Maye Divat, Mara Nijong Tangzhe Je, Rinzi Jali Shindor, Liji Nambra Mimbi Jong Adon Duwa, Liji Ya, Menga Tongla Dungri Jang, Mube Tamo Nyinga Jo, Shishi Jangja Dazen Je, Shiru Lazon Chani Jo, Jisu Rima Tsoji Te, Doji Samba Jivorogong, Nara Tongdo Nyingo Je.
Hong, expression of pure awareness, always excellent. To Chimchok, chief of the mandala, we prostrate. No? This one?
Yes, I think.
Oh, maybe back.
So all the lawful deities.
All the wrathful deities. 58 wrathful, right?
Yeah.
And the title is 58 Wrathful Deities.
Yamantaka first.
Hong, expression of pure awareness, always excellent. To Chemchok, chief of the mandala, we prostrate. Five poisons not abandoned but perfected. To the wrathful Herukas we prostrate. Arisen from basic space, uniting means and wisdom. To the wrathful consorts we prostrate. Great secret ladies, emanated from wisdom. To the 8 female furies we prostrate. Fanged and winged devourers, female messengers. To the 8 charming goddesses we prostrate. Ladies who entice, capture, bind, and enrapture. To the 4 female gatekeepers we prostrate. Female emanations in worldly guise. To the Ishwari goddesses we prostrate. Hong, Yamantaka, slayer of the Lord of Death, surrounded by terrifying hosts of haughty demons. To the body of gentle splendor we prostrate. Hong, Hayagriva, sovereign deity of power, and a retinue skilled in magnetizing and subjugation. To the lotus speech we prostrate. Hong, great and glorious Vajra Heruka, surrounded by a self-manifested retinue, and to the pure and authentic mind we prostrate. Hong, mighty Chemchok Heruka, and limitless peaceful and wrathful deities, to the perfected qualities we prostrate. Hong, Vajra Kumara, embodiment of activity, with the 10 wrathful ones blazing with fire, to the enlightened activity we prostrate. Hong, the Heruka, fully perfected king, with a retinue formed of the 5 elements, to the host of Mamus we prostrate. Hong, the Vidyadhara, mighty Vajra wrath, encircled by those on the paths and stages, to the host of Vidyadharas we prostrate. Hong, Lord of secrets, cloaked in blue, surrounded by arrogant worldly forces, to the protectors of the teachings we prostrate. Hong, Topten Nampo, powerful and strong, surrounded by masters of wrathful mantras, to the subduers of enemies and obstructors we prostrate. Whoever prostrates upon hearing in this way the names of the peaceful and wrathful victorious deities will heal all impairments and breakages of samaya, and purify the negativities of the 5 boundless crimes. Even the lower realms will be emptied from their depths, and proclaimed a Buddha field of the Vidyadharas. Now all the faults of our past misdeeds we verbally disclose and mentally confess, and purify with lamentation and remorse. In devotion we join our palms at our hearts, and in faith we prostrate ourselves entirely, calling on the peaceful and wrathful deities by name. Then with body, speech held firm, we visualize Vajrasattva at our crowns and recite the essence of the Narak Donchuk.
Om Bendra Sato Samaya, Anupalaya, Bendra Sato Deva, Tikandu Yomaya, Sato Kaya Mebala, Sato Kaya Mebala, Amarada Mebala, Sarva Siddha Mebala, Brasala Kama Siddha Mebala, Siddha Yam Karo Sarva Tabanga Danda Danda Mebala, Bhavana, Samaya, Om Bendra Sato Samaya, Anupalaya, Bendra Sato Deva, Tikandu Kaya Mebala, Sarva Kaya Mebala, Anurada Mebala, Sarva Siddha Mebala, Sarva Kama Siddha Mebala, Siddha Yam Karo Pandavan, Sarva Tabanga Danda Dharma, Manjushri Bhavama. Sadhu Om Bendra Sato Samaya, Anupalaya, Bendra Sato Deva, Tikandu Mebala, Sato Kaya Mebala, Sato Kaya Mebala, Anurada Mebala, Sarva Siddha Mebala, Sarva Kama Siddha Mebala. Aho Bhagavan Sarva Tathangatam Bhagamananandam Bhajya Bhavama Samaya Sadhu Om Bendra Sato Samaya Manupalaya Bendra Sato Deva Tikandu Mebala Sato Kaya Mebala Sato Narada Mema, Sarvasita Mebrayanza, Sarvakarma Sudame, Sudayan Guru, Pandavan, Sarvata, Pandavan, Samaya Zado, Bedazado Samaya, Manabalaya, Bedazado Dindala, Didanila Mebawa, Sulabaya Mebawa, Sulabaya Mebawa, Anurada Mebawa, Sarvasita Mebrayanza, Sarvakarma Sudame, Sudayan Guru, Pandavan. Bedamana Bezaba Samaya Zado Om Bedasada Samaya Manapalaya Bedasada Dinava Dijanjina Medawa Zulugaya Medawa Zulugaya Medawa Anurada Medawa Sarvasida Medawa Sarvagama Sudam Ho Bangavan Sarvata Dangada Bedamana Bezaba Maha Samaya Zado dans la maison, chez les magins, gardien, le point de gel. Igor dans Tawalo, son manger dans Jamrala, mais un peu de son novine. Kuye tamze nyambana, shiro lazo chimarsha, yedan wadon kormarsa, zaban gejo marasha. Sunge tamze nyambana, runga shiro chimarsha, sanje jete tamje pa, kumla rajen tamze. Toje damze nyambana, jawa shiro chimarsha, shiba shawe tamze na. Ruma maji lobate, mabwae tamzenga, mare wange tuna. Tando lambe tamzenga, tamere te dan famiji. Jabara jave tamzenga, ralame baramaji. Sibara jave tamzenga, yezara maji lobaji, yama tamze nyambana. Yudan la ye jian er xia, nian bara zhe bi zeng zeng xie, nia tong tu zhu yu ba xia. Ye la yin wai ni yi mo, song jiu se ni ju jian ju. Zuo ji jiang zhe ka zi re xia, ping yang fang ma zhi wa tang, fa mi jiu ba zeng ma ye, zuo zhong ma zu re nian bi. Tang jian jian er xia, li ji tam yang ka wei xia, teng yang teng ji xiang jia xiang. Yin ba min bi da wa do, yin ba mi bi gong yang ne, yi mi bi jiu ba. Re do mi bi xiang jia xiang, za wa yang la tam ji ji. Ma yung ma ji wa, ya yi ni ju ji yin ni zhu ba me ba la, yu mi ni so da wa tang re xie. Ma puan san ma ran zhen ba nyang re mo, zhu mi de jian long de ya bu re. Gun de san bo san me ba la, tang tang me ba ra da wa tang re xie. Sang me jin sen zhen ba nyang re mo, zhen zong de jian long de ya bu re. Nian ba ni lai che chung me ba la, da zang xian da da wa tang re qi. Che chung ni sen zhen ba nyang re mo, nian ni de jian long de ya bu re. Xiang jia san lai che xie me ba la, da zang jian ma da wa tang re qi. Che xie ni sen zhen ba nyang re mo, ji mi yong zhong long de ya bu re. Tile jianbo chazur me ba la, zhou dang te so da wa tang re qi. Chazur yep sun zhen ba nyang re mo, gu nen dong bo tile lang da ya. Tu sun je ba me be nga ni le, to ma ran ta ma da wa tang re qi. Pon ju re ni sun zhen ba nyang re mo, tu sun je ba me be lang da ya. Rang jie ye ye zhou zhou zha wa la, yin zhe ni so da wa tang re qi. Zhou zhou ni sen zhen ba yang re mo, rang jing zhen me long de ya bu re qi. Yu bei ye xi da ji zha wa la, song zi ni so da wa tang re qi. Saki Nizun Zambanyore Mori Yishalanda Yavarai Ni Nanda Kuba Mebala Sungu Nizo Tawa Tore Tawi Nizun Zambanyore Mori Chani Nanda Longa Yavarai Shayi Kala Yando Mebala Chetananda Tawa Tore Yando Nizun Zambanyore Mori Shayi Yando Mebelanda Yomjin Kanyin Dome Mebala Tendo Wodo Tawa Tangre Tome Nizun Zambanyore Mori Banga Yando Mebelanda Kola Nizun Mebala Chetananda Tawa Tangre Muchu Nizun Zambanyore Mori Joko Nirva Mebelanda Mare Jove Samjen Nyingre Je Sungbi Chula Ngoton Semaranze Kongsan Chobe Sende Yangre Kor Jimbi Chula Ngadan Tada Do Nonsi Je Mara Yemba Mashi Te Sansen Nola Semji Chakpa Ji Tuwa Rangi Mebaran Mashi Te Nishin Chobe Chula Dabranze Nishi Jewu Londe Yore Kor Tembe Tongor Mege Lela Son Tombe Kagor Mechu Yingwe Le Rongre Tombe Yingwe Lela Tende Tombe Sinjin Yingre Je Yes Mebe Londe Yaba
Back to Confession of Downfalls. Right after the Vajrasattva mantra. Our pages don't have numbers. Oh, vast array of peaceful and wrathful deities, turn your minds toward us. Failing to follow the Buddha's words and our teacher's instructions, we have fallen into error and confusion. Our gracious Vajra Master, we have abused and looked upon mistakenly. With cruel minds, harsh words, anger, and attachment, we have physically abused and brought real harm upon our consorts and Dharma brothers and sisters. All these impairments of the samaya of the body, we confess before the host of deities, peaceful and wrathful. Failing to visualize the Yidam deity and retinue, chanting and reciting incorrectly or with interruption, all these impairments of the samaya of the speech, we confess before the 5 families, peaceful and wrathful. Having pledged to maintain the 10 secrets, we announce them to all and reveal the sacred substances. All these impairments of the samaya of the mind, we confess before the victorious ones, peaceful and wrathful. 5 samayas are there of recognition, but not recognizing the 5 families, we view them falsely. 5 samayas are there of not abandoning, but through ignorance we stray into the 5 poisons. 5 samayas are there of accepting, but we view clean and unclean and are careless in our acts. 5 samayas are there of accomplishment, but not knowing how to abide within, we go astray. 5 samayas are there of enactment, but failing to discriminate, we act mistakenly. All these impairments of the branch samayas in the presence of the Yidam deities we now confess. Ignoring the meditations of approach and accomplishment, failing to offer on full and new moon days and at the 6 times, lazy, distracted, and overcome by drowsiness, hoarding and offering too little out of stinginess, acting like a sulk wolf, eating and drinking before it is time, polluting the first portion and keeping the remainder, acting abruptly and without care and consideration. All these faults of impairment, witting or unwitting, we confess before the Dakinis and Samaya-bound protectors. All impairments of the Samayas of mind we now confess through the view. In the state of the universal ground, the mind of awakening, we realize the view in which there is no affirmation, We experience the meditation in which nothing is negated, and we realize the action without acceptance or denial. In this mind of awakening without hope or fear, no breakage or impairment of any root or branch vows could ever occur or ever come to pass. And beyond the duality of confessed and confession, we are freed. Home, when the absolute space of phenomena is beyond elaboration, how tiresome is the view of existence and non-existence, how frustrating it is to cling to a fixed idea about reality. In the expanse of bliss beyond elaboration, we confess, when the state of samantabhadra is beyond good or bad, how tiresome is this view of pure and impure, how frustrating to cling to ideas of good and evil. In the expanse of bliss that is samantabhadra, we confess, when equalness is beyond all distinctions of size, how tiresome is the view of self and others, how frustrating to cling to the duality of great and small. In the expanse of equality and perfect bliss, we confess, when the mind of awakening is beyond birth and death, how tiresome is the view of this life and the next, how frustrating to cling to the duality of birth and dying. In the unchanging expanse of deathlessness, we confess, when the great Bindu is beyond corners and edges, how tiresome is this view of form and substance, how frustrating to cling to shapes with sides and corners. We confess in the expanse of the Bindu, the perfect sphere. In the state beyond change throughout the three times, how tiresome is the view of beginnings and endings, how frustrating to cling to ideas of change and transformation. We confess in the expanse beyond the changes of past, present, and future, when naturally arising wisdom is neither to be sought for nor accomplished, how tiresome is the dualistic view of cause and effect, how frustrating to cling to ideas of effort and attainment. We confess in the naturally arising effortless expanse, when the pure wisdom of Rigpa is beyond eternalism and nihilism, how tiresome is the dualistic view of perceiver and perceived, how frustrating to cling to things as everlasting or non-existent. We confess in the expanse of the pure awareness wisdom, when pure reality is beyond the elaboration of ideas, how tiresome is the dualistic view of pain, how frustrating to cling to a center and extremes. We confess in the expanse of utterly pure dharmata, when the celestial palace is beyond dimension, how tiresome is this view of outside and inside, how frustrating to cling to the duality of wide and narrow. We confess in the boundless, unconfined expanse, when the space of the consort is beyond high and low, how tiresome is this view of upper and lower, how frustrating to cling to the duality of above and below. We confess in the expanse of the secret place beyond dimension, when the Dharmakaya is free of duality, how tiresome is the view of outer and inner, how frustrating to cling to the duality of worlds and inhabitants. We confess in the immutable expanse of Dharmakaya, how sorrowful is the state of ignorant, deluded beings who cling to signs of substance in what has no form. How utterly mistaken are the minds of the deluded, perceiving an I and a self in what is beyond arising. Not knowing appearance and existence to be an illusion, they feel attachment for wealth and possessions. Not knowing that samsara has no true reality, they think friends and family, companions in delusion will live forever. How utterly mistaken are the minds of ignorant beings. They reject the truth and put their energy into harmful deeds. Spurning Buddha's words, they fall prey to life's addictions and apply their intelligence to tasks of meaningless distraction. How pitiful are those whose lives lack meaning in this way. In the expanse beyond dissipating or conserving, we confess.
Okay. if you have this, hold out in the left hand. Om Ajaron Jun Bodhe Dune Da Be Zon Me Ja Zawa Ji La Yen La Don Re Na Ja Wa Du Be Ze Tam Ze Gon Be Men Chen De Om Da Ja Jen Bo Ni Ran Yin Ju Be San Ji Tam Yi Ji Nga Yi Wu Ji Gong Gun Zong Ju Bi Jin Ji Gong Tu Ji Gong Ba Zo Ba Tang Tu Ji Zhu Wei Rui Zhu Zhu To Me San Ji Wu Men Ju Gun De Zong Bu Tu Gang Gang Rang Le Yi Ji Xia Wei Gu Xie Zhou Ran Jiang Tu Dang Gong Tu Ji Zhi Bin Zhuo Dong Ji Tu Ji Jiang Ni Ren Bai Jiang Zhou Wan Zhen Ba Tan Ji Ji Gu Dan Xin Gang Ju Bi Gong Tu Ji Gong Ba Zo Ju Ji Tam Ze Nyang Jia Yang Ji English.
Back to offering the Amrita. Om, unaltered and naturally arisen in this great substance, pure from the beginning and thus beyond clean and unclean, a principle and 1,000 minor ingredients for accomplishing the 5 families of the Buddhas. This is the great elixir that heals the samayas. May the heart aspirations of the naturally abiding Buddhas from the great all-pervading realm of Akanishta be now fulfilled with the light of the 5 wisdoms, and by Samantabhadra cloud-like offerings. May their enlightened intentions be fully realized, and may compassionate emanations bring freedom to the 6 realms. May this fulfill the heart aspirations of Samantabhadra, the original Buddha of unchanging luminosity. May it fulfill the heart aspirations of infinite, peaceful, and wrathful deities, the enlightened forms of pure wisdom arising from within, manifestations of compassion bringing benefit to beings, appear in a succession that begins with Vajradhara. Now for all these guides to wandering beings, with this offering of kayas and Buddha fields, may their heart aspirations be all fulfilled, and may their enlightened intentions be fully realized. All our impairments and breakages of samaya we now confess.
Hold in the right hand this ring finger, touch and Vishnu, Kaya, Vaka, Chitta, and then. Okay, now the Rakta. Om Chu Ni Lan Ji Ji Chu Tu Ji Ja Bi Kan Do Ma Zi Ba Ji Wa Ju Yi Cho Be Ma Ra Da Ron Jun Da Xin Ju Zha Wa Zong Ge Zha Zi Chu Ma Pong Jung Wei Cha Tam Ji Ta Ba Wang Ge Zi Ma Dan Kam Song Gur Wei Ju He Ru Ga Ye Gong ba yi zi sang kor bi ba jia zha shu bi ji su xin la de yum qian gong du san mo la yi xin jia wei ten xin bo chan dong zhou la zong la nga tu jie gu bi chu ban bu ma mo gan zhou tam jie la tam zi zhou wei jie suan bo que jiang ga song tam ji la chen len jie bi ten jian bo tam zi gong
Back to offering the rakta. Home, pure wisdom liquid, wet with dharmata, whose color is the red of ardent compassion. It is the causal blood that generates life, the self-arisen blood of the lotus rakta, the vital blood of the 10 fit for liberation, the elemental blood from red herbal essences, all of them pure substances of magnetizing or impure causes for samsara's 3 realms. Through the enlightened intentions of the Haruka, the habits of samsara's 3 worlds are liberated, and it is blessed as a substance for offering. To the Great Mother Samantabhadri we offer, so that pure wisdom may dawn in our minds. To the host of wrathful Harukas we offer, so that their compassionate minds are invoked. To all the Mamos and Dakinis we offer, as a substance to restore the Samaya. To all the Dharma protectors and guardians we offer, so that they may carry out their activity. May this fulfill their heart aspirations, and may they grant us accomplishment.
Okay. Now the Palinta offering. Om Gam Zon Zo Wa Si Ji Ju Zhe Dan Xin To Ru Zhu Zi Xin Zhe Zha Wei Feng Bu Xian Zha Ge Ba Wen Zhu Yi Ju Xia Zin Du Yang Na So Si Mu Bei Zang Den Qiu Ban Bo Qu Ji Yin Zi Mu Ben Bo Yi Wei La Lang Ge Ban Bo Lama Na La Ji Ban Bo Chou Wu La La Ji Ban Bo Lama Na La Ji Ban Bo Gan Ro Na La Ji Ban Bo Ga Song Na La Cun Ban Bo Tam Ce Song Wei Den Du
Home, nourishing foods that sustain the 3 realms, grains and fruits and foods with 6 different tastes, meat from the bodies of the 10 who are liberated, and distilled grains, the intoxicating drink of warriors. Consider them as a rich and plentiful feast for the senses. We make an offering of them all. To the Dharmadhatu we make imagined offerings. To the peaceful deities we make beautiful offerings. To the wrathful deities we make majestic offerings. To please the masters we offer. To delight the Dakinis we offer. To satisfy the guardians of the teachings we offer. As a support for fulfilling the Samaya commitments we offer.
Okay, now we are in 19. See, this is quite good. Hon Zi Ji Gong Wu Jia Za Ru Zong Wei Dong Wu Jia Za Zoi Jun Wei Ju Ma Jun Ji Gong Zar Wei Ma Me Jia Ba Ne Dam Zi nyam cha gong wei qir mo bei jia wa nan lan bo wo mi qu yin po zhang ne yi xie wo mi zhan dang jing xie zhuo ran jiang tu dang gang 宁可去解破容那一些上网的来撒，让人以为头当光，来把通空包装那，让啥的出去我人吧，让人着我头当光。 mo gu te pe na wa la re ba ran jung ga me za do je lo bon to dang ga sa lon te le do ma la je ba ran jung sa le ne ma mo ga ru to dang ga ji den se ba yong ba la sa ga wu ji te le za ji ye tang jin to dang ga tam zi nyam ja tam ji gu to dang wang ge ta juan zo 就当的梦梦着走。
Back to the lamp offering. Home, inside and under the lamps of the finest substance, we now plant 100 cleanest wicks, and fill them all with melted butter, the essence of the elements, having lit these 100 brightly shining lamps. With a wish to heal our impairments and breakages of samaya, we now offer them to all the victorious Buddhas. Out of the Dharmadhatu palace of Akanishta, the 5-colored lights of wisdom shine in dazzling splendor. May the heart aspirations of infinite peaceful and wrathful ones be now fulfilled. In the palace of Dharma at the heart appears the tigre, which is the seed of pure wisdom. May the heart aspirations of the self-arisen peaceful deities be fulfilled. In the skull mansion palace of the brain, the light rays of naturally emitted warmth are all ablaze. May the heart aspirations of the self-arisen wrathful ones be fulfilled. In the experience of faith and devotion, naturally arising Rigpa appears unceasingly. May the heart aspirations of the Vajra Master be fulfilled. In the subtle channels, wind energies, and essences, is natural awareness vivid and clear. May the heart aspirations of the Mamos and Dakinis be fulfilled. In the universe's vast realms of existence appear the light spheres of the planets and stars. May the heart aspirations of the oath-bound ones of the outer world be fulfilled. May each and every impairment and breakage of samaya be purified through the strength of our samaya commitment. And may you grant us the accomplishments ordinary and supreme.
Okay, now you can put down. And this is brief sort of summary. We can finish this and then dedication and then we stop. Toryo nam da bar je torme tan do yong so zo bin jo ban kam song korwa yan rong kan ta chang me ra da mar ji jo ru ju dong la ja we ba wo ji se ji ji chen za bin jo ban ala la de ji bar
instructions. We offer to all the masters and hosts of Yidam deities. We offer the lamp of the naturally arising space of phenomena, filled with the burning oil of pure awareness wisdom. We offer Amrita, the nectar of 8 major and 1,000 minor ingredients, and the 5 kayas and the 5 pure wisdoms of awakening. We offer the exquisite dharma that fills its pure vessel, a perfect and plentiful feast of every sensual delight. We offer enjoyment of the red rakta of non-attachment in the expanse of the 3 entirely liberated realms of samsara. We offer the blend of 1,000 grains, the warrior's substance, a powerful drink that generates majestic splendor. Allah, we implore you, please accept them with delight.
Okay, see, Narakomsha is such a beautiful practice. You don't have to much to prepare, just make offerings and then enjoy practice. So now this is our last day and the ending with such nice practice together online and here. Thank you so much. And after the dedication, then we stopped here. So it's our prayer. If you have, look at that. Sonam Deye Tamje, page 24. Sonam Deye Tamje Zirmani, Domne Nebe Jana Tamje, Jega Nanji Balam Turba, Zibin Sole Doa Turba.
By this merit may I attain omniscience, having defeated the enemies, my wrongdoings. May I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death.
Orden Zare Lama Rinpoche, Dagi Jibur Bimi Denjula, Kaji Jimbo Gone Jisonde, Gozan Tuji Muru Zardo So.
Precious, glorious root Guru, seated on a lotus of my heart, hold me with kindness and bestow accomplishments of body, speech, and mind.
Lama Gungam Samvara Sorvande, Jodo Kuse Rimvara Sorvande, Chile Tarshin Jibara Sorvande, Lama Danjara Miparashin Jilo.
I pray for the excellent health of the Guru. I pray that the Guru lives a supremely long life. I pray that the Guru's activities spread far and wide. Grant blessings that I may not be separate from my Guru.
Simjen Nipa Shinyipa, Nyordu Nile Tarjeji, Drove Ninam Alupa, Padam Yunga Mipa.
May every sick individual be quickly cured of disease. May all illness without exception never occur under any circumstance.
Sunam Topjen Deyin Tu, Jendam Kordan Jinam La, Tende Zambe Dundrobjen, Varji Jine Trashiba, Samba Chujin Drobarasho.
By the course of this powerful merit, may the aspirations of the benefactors and their circles be accomplished within this very life. May all obstacles be pacified, may everything be auspicious, and may their wishes be fulfilled according to the Dharma.
Kevin Kamsum Simchen Tang, Bardoran Jambe Sendena, Ninga Lemba Bonjini, Tori Deva Tobaisho.
Through this virtue may all sentient beings in the 3 realms, and all the deceased who wander in the bardo, abandon taking birth in evil states, and attain the happiness of higher births.
Jambara Bavu Jadan Jamba Dang, Kundu Sambo Teyang Tejinde, Teta Gunji Jesu Dalo Jin Kewan Dada Tamji Rabdo.
Just as the hero Manjushri realized things as they are, so too did Samantabhadra. I will follow in their path by perfectly dedicating all of these virtues.
Tuzum Yibi Jawa Tamji Je Lowa Kangwan Chodo Mabande Dagi Give Zawan De Gunjan Sambo Juche Monsu Mawaji.
Since all such dedications have been praised as supreme by the Buddhas of the three times, I perfectly dedicate all my roots of virtue toward excellent conduct.
Sanji Kusanji Bishiladang Chuni Minjura Bishiladang Bishilaji Dage
By the blessings of the Buddhas who attain the three kayas, by the blessings of the truth of the unchanging Dharmata, and by the blessings of the undivided Sangha order, may my aspirations be fulfilled according to this dedication.
Konjo Somje Denpa Dan Sanje Dan Shangjo Samba Tam Jiji Shinje Labdan Tsoni Yangsu Zobe Ngantan Chenpo Shuji Yin Nambara Tajin Samje Mechabe Dobji Tete Shindon Rupra Jurji.
By the power of the Three Jewels truth, by the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by the power of having fully perfected the two accumulations, by the pure and inconceivable nature of the Dharma Dhatu, may these prayers be fulfilled accordingly.
Tadang Gongde Tam Chiji Tusum To Sarvadang Yubi Kewe Tsawan Di Tadang Simshen Tamji Nyordo Lana Me Payang Tabara Zob Chancho Rinpoche Todara Jurje.
By the virtues collected in the three times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate Buddha virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, precious, perfectly complete awakening.
Nendere Nimo Dele Sendele Nime Konyan Dele Shin Ninsen Tade Dele Pe Konjo Samji Trashi Shoro.
May this very place itself enjoy happiness and peace at dusk and at dawn. May midday too be delightful and comfortable. May the auspiciousness of the Three Jewels be ever present, causing peace and happiness throughout day and night.
Darchen, which is Longwar Prayer, page 37. Papi Yorna Arya Devaji Dongkan Chozo Ngarji Resato Jiken Gombo to se Chodin Ba Parjen Garchen Kuse Karjaten.
Today, known in the noble land as Arya Deva, you emanated into the Gar clan in eastern Tibet as Chudingpa, the heart son of Jigten Gompo. May the life of glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 aeons. One more time. Known in the noble land as Arya Deva, you emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chudingpa, the heart son of Jigten Gompo. May the life of glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 aeons. If it's okay, can we also do page 46? It's Drupan Rinchen Dorje's birthday today. Just
Yes, 40,
for his birthday, one for Drupan La.
47.
Yes, page 46.
6. Tembe Banjara Dupon Shabe Tenzi Jivu Saten Yongaja Tembe Jenda Nanton Juaji Temba Yurin Nipedrashi.
May the life of Drupan who glorifies the teaching be firm. May the noble ones who uphold the teaching encompass the earth. May the power and wealth of the teaching's benefactors increase, and may the teachings auspiciously remain for a long time. Now in our Manjushri book for our precious Khenpo.
If you still have that text, maybe.
Page 61. May the lotus feet of the glorious Lama of the teachings remain firm. May those who uphold the teachings pervade the entire earth. May the prosperity and power of the patrons and supporters of the teachings increase. And may there be the auspiciousness of the teachings remaining for a long time. Kyurme lojo jaso kendo jare donje bego yeshe chunle tambe pe seche lama kutsete. Kyurme lojo jaso kendo jare donje bego yeshe chunle tambe pe seche lama kutsete. Your melojo jaso hi no thought bear empty heart, and boundless noble wisdom deeds most dear Lama long remain.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everyone. These few days has become really meaningful, and we did meaningful deeds. So everyone should enjoy what we did and always be happy. And practicing and practicing and practicing. Practice makes perfect. And online people, thank you so much for participating in this event, and then maybe in future we will gather back. You will know what we, when or what and how and all things you will know. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Khenpo. Thank you for coming here many times, teaching us so many times, and these precious teachings we can't find anywhere else. This is from everyone, this one's from me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to know exactly what. Okay.
Thank you. Please come and continue to teach this again and again.
Yes, I will. And if yeah, no, I forgot. If maybe you want to couple the Dutsi, if you don't want to knock down everyone.
Just be careful as you walk around the edge,
Oh,
you say.
Yeah, or just gobbled, then you don't need to worry about.
I'll shrink it.
Yeah,
Drink it ready?
just
Thank you
All
so
the
much
way.
to all of our online friends for joining, and our translators, to Ana Sofia and Daniel that joined us and translated. We really appreciate.
okay. Yes, really. Without translators, then it's difficult to give message.
Okay, go ahead.
Going this way.
Come. Thank you so much, and see you again and again, for sure.
You're all welcome to Austin. We love having Khenpo. And the next retreat we have here is the end of September at Chakra Sambara Drupcho, 5 days with Drupan Rinchen Dorje. And also at that time at GBI, Khenpo Yeshi will be translating and teaching at GBI. So there's 2 great events at the end of September. And you probably all know Khenpo Yeshi's website,
Thank
khenpoyeshi.com.
Always,
Thank you.
I'm coming back this.
So you can find out about his 5-year plan. For Dzogchen teachings, please go sign up there if you want to receive these amazing teachings and retreats. Thank you.